road trip out east. You played two different teams. How do you feel like the team performed in the two games in general?
Good at times in both games. The difference being on Saturday, we played a full 60 minutes. I liked our start in Clarkson. I think we were in complete control of that game for the first half of the game. Didn't like our breakouts, our turnover. I think we lost some races and battles as the game went on, and they capitalized on our mistakes. We didn't play full 60, and then Saturday we played full 60. So that would be my summarization of the weekend.
What makes Clarkson's rink so difficult to deal with? I mean, I know there's a lot of room behind the net, and those corners are pretty deep, but how do you feel like that affected things?
Well, I mean, going back, I think it's been 4 times that we haven't beaten Clarkson. The rink, there is more room behind the net. I don't know if that was so much a factor. We were up 3-1 in the hockey game, had a glorious chance. Reinhardt made a great play to Jack Anderson. I think that would have given us some separation or created further separation. Their goalie made a couple of huge saves. And then the tide turned. You could see the miscues on the breakouts. And we lost we're in a tie game, 3-3 in the third period. We lost a race and battle 140 feet from our net. We missed coverage, ended up taking a penalty. Bart made an unbelievable save on a second missed coverage on the same play. And they scored on the power play. And then we were pushing. It was a 1-goal hockey game. And then we were on the ice for a minute and a half with the goalie pulled, and we decided we're making a wholesale change and probably just wanted to try and do too much. We had called for too many men on the ice, and that probably prevented us from getting the equalizer. But giving up, I know they scored with 1 second left. Ultimately, a power play goal, shorthanded goal for. But it ultimately was a 1-goal hockey game. But when you give up 5 goals on the road, it's not a recipe for winning hockey.
Did you get an explanation, or have you seen video of the too many men? Because even like on the broadcast, it seemed like they weren't sure you actually had too many men on the ice.
Yeah, I think we did. We're going to own it and be accountable for it. It was a sloppy line change. Like I said, we had a player stay out for a minute and a half, and then didn't change. The funny thing is, I think we've had a lot of pitchers against this year, but we had a tough call, and it was a sloppy line change, and so it is what it is. We own it, learn from it, but it really prevented us from getting back into it. I felt confident that we could get that equalizer, with applying some pressure and having a real good chance. So that was a tough call.
What do you like in where Taden's game is at? And he gets 2 goals on Friday night and continues to just be a factor whenever he's on the ice.
Sure, I think we spoke about it last week. He's a goal scorer, loves to score. He competes, drive, just scratching the surface. I think there's a lot of room for improvement, but he's been off to a great start. He's a fun player to coach. He wants to get better. And that line has some chemistry with Michael Chichik and Isaac Gordon. So definitely like what he brings to our group.
Looking at Saturday's game, how important do you think it was for this group to go from the game you had on Friday to understanding that the way to win is to play the way they did Saturday?
Well, we challenged our group in the meeting, right? We didn't break the puck out. There were different times where we had breakdowns and capitalized. Clarkson capitalized on it. I just saw it right from the get-go. Line of scrimmage mentality. We were committed to playing team defense. We were committed to being, in the right structure, the right sequence. We won battles. I thought their goalie on Saturday night at St. Lawrence played phenomenal. I thought some of the saves, I think we had 3 breakaways in the game that we didn't score on. 2, I don't even know if we had a shot on net, truthfully. But we had a lot of sustained offensive zone time and pressure, and that was a good recipe. And then our return to D zone, our the way we played in front, and our breakouts from Bart to our defense was night and day from Saturday to Monday in the teaching and the video review. So that was really encouraging. You have to bounce back. You're going to have adversity. Things aren't going to go your way every night in this game. So that was great to see. The overall picture, though, we're not satisfied. I'm not satisfied with losing one, winning one. That mindset and that growth mindset, it's tough to sweep on the road. There's no question about it. We played in some tough environments here early. Our penalty kill's been fabulous. Our power play's been good when we get a power play. And over time, those calls will go our way. We've got to continue to stay focused. And next man up, next shift up. I like a lot of the depth of our forward group. I feel like we got Elias Janssen and Latimer and Bamer going on Friday night for us. And then Lepa, Reed Davatilla, Carson Burney, really effective on the forecheck for us, starting to grow. And we have some guys pushing here that are, aren't in the lineup yet or are in and out of the lineup that are contributing immensely to our group. And I have a lot of confidence in those guys. So those are some positives for our club right now.
Where do you feel like Bart's game is at this point? He's been around a shutout and finally gets one on Saturday, but then he also gives up the 5 on Friday.
Well, I mean, I don't summarize it, like that. I summarize it as a team game, and we've got to be better in front of him. And so when at times we've given up more goals, I think it's fair to say we haven't been as good in front of him. So we all share in that. He's been sharp. He's certainly sharp. He's been sharp in a lot of games for us. Gives us a chance to win every night. But there's been times where we just haven't been good enough defensively, and I recognize that. I think we know that. We're not where we're at from a goals against standpoint, and that commitment up and down. It has to be every play matters. We can't be a convenience store and do it some nights or sometimes. And there's going to be breakdowns, and he's not going to stop every shot that he faces. But I love what he brings to our group. I have 100% confidence in him as a goaltender. Part of it is how we break the puck out as well, and it starts with him and our D-core. And when that's sharp, that gives us a chance to get out of our own end and get momentum, and that's a big part of it.
Looking ahead to this weekend, Northern Michigan, the rivalry, home and home series, all of that. How excited are you to be at home Friday night with this group in this game?
Well, rivalries are special, right? I mean, let's face it. That's what makes sports. That's what makes competition. I have a lot of respect for Northern Michigan. They're a much improved team over last year. They've gotten really good goaltending. So we know that we're going to have our hands full, that they're going to come out and play, with a conviction, and we've got to match that, and we got to be on. And then it's about executing, and it's battle and stay with the process. So super excited to be at the MAC. I think it's going to be an electric atmosphere with our band, our student section, the Misfits, our fans. And it is a great rivalry. Let's face it, you drive down the road, you either see a Northern Michigan bumper sticker or you see the Husky one. So, there's no gray area. I think it's super healthy. It's been going on for a long time. Obviously our job is to be prepared and ready to execute Friday.
They don't have a win yet, but they've been in and around it quite a bit already this season. What do you see in how they're playing that you're going to have to deal with?
Yeah, I think I just explained it. Better goaltending. They're improved hockey club. They work hard. They're in every game. we'll have a game plan, ready to go. But a lot of it is we have to play our game, and part of that mentality is, it doesn't matter in sports what records are, and especially in rivalries. It's all about what you earn. And so that has to be our approach and our focus on Friday night, is that we're committed to getting the job done.